what I wanted to point out is that it's easy to say, well, it's just a fact. If God says this is wrong, then this is wrong. God said a similar thing of slavery, but I hope and trust that most people in this room would disagree with at least that injunction.
But when the Christian church started, what it says is the Old Testament must be interpreted in the light of the teaching of Jesus. And the church itself was inspired by God to work out the consequences of this teaching. So, the church at the very beginning ruled out all sorts of things that the Old Testament says are not binding.
But of course, also in 1 Peter, we read, slaves, be obedient to your masters, not just the ones who are good, but also the ones who are cruel.
There's enough time of scripture.
We find, I'm not sure that it is. We of course also find Jesus telling an analogy and quite casually including the status of a slave within an analogy or within a metaphor that he was giving to his disciples when he says to them, well, which one of you would, when a slave comes to you, say, come and eat at our table, and wouldn't first say, go and do your duty, then come to me? Now, that's not necessarily an explicit